What's up guys, my name is Robert Love and this is my 03 Cobra. Alright, so thing about this, it's got a pretty wild history on it. I bought it in New Jersey. It originated from Las Vegas. It was fully built in Las Vegas, Voodoo Racing. They did the whole engine, transmission, etc. Then it ended up going to New Mexico. It's pretty crazy. It ended up getting seized by the police and it went to police auction. A guy in New York that was an officer ended up buying the vehicle. Did some work to it, a little bit of things. He had it for a while and it ended up in New Jersey. The guy I bought it from, he's a cool guy. I ended up getting it shipped here to Ohio. I didn't look at the car, nothing. I just pulled the trigger like hopefully it's good. That's really about it. But I did some things to it. Fixed some things he didn't want to fix, sadly, but I got it done. So the thing about this is still 4.6, a little stroked out, basically a 4.8 right now. It's got a 2.3 Whipple on it. It's ported all the way down. Basically this amount of metal. Bigger mono blade throttle body. Intake, SCT, BA3000. It's got a 3.5 upper pulley, a 8-pound lower, so it's making 22 pounds of boost right now. Fully built motor from Voodoo Racing when they were still in business. It's got Voodoo cams, the head's been ported, upgraded valves, springs, retainers. It doesn't have the head cooling mod, but I'll be getting on that somewhere down the line. It's really about it for the engine. Still forged crank, manly rods. It does have JE pistons. They're the alloy version, so they're pretty stout, All right, so cooling wise on this, it's pretty much stock. For it being stock, it handles very well. I don't really have any overheating issues. Down the line, I will get into more cooling mods, like the head cooling mod. Like I said, the heads has been built on it, so I don't really have much of an issue with cooling. But I still want to make sure it's safe. I know that's a big issue on the Cobras, but I will down the line get to that. Trans-wise, it has a 4R70. I know many guys are against it, but there's in the Cobra community, a lot of guys like it, especially if you're into racing. It's got a manual valve body, like I said. It's a 3-speed. I don't have overdrive wired up, but that's down the line. Fun car, solid rear axle car. 31 spline upgrade, Moser diff, one-piece dry shaft, aluminum dry shaft. Fun car. It's got a Circle D torque converter, 3500 stall, trans brake. Pretty solid car. I mean, I like it, other than sitting about 30,000 RPMs at 65 miles per hour, but like I said, it's a weekend car. I don't really like to take it out on the weekdays. It's 2 race cars, so it's not fully enjoyable, but when I'm driving it, I enjoy it. Get to go on the highway, do some pulls, or race some people, so I love it. Exhaust wise, it has Cook's headers. It's a 3-inch piping all the way back with Flowmaster chambered exhaust, so very quiet at idle, which I like, for the neighbors. But when you're at Watt, it's so loud, dude, it literally will break your eardrums. Sounds good though, I love it. Wheels wise, I'm running the circuits. I got this off of a guy on Marketplace that actually lives in Ohio. Cool guy. It actually came off of his silver Cobra. So when I bought the car, it came with a drag pack. Can't really drive around on slicks and skinnies all the time. It kind of, it's not fun with turning and everything. You get your sway, but I end up getting those. I like them a lot. They look good. As close to CCW as I'll get. Brakes wise, stock. It's got drill and slotted rotors. I think I want to do Willwoods down the line. But for now, I like how the 10th anniversary, Cobra calipers look. But down the line, I definitely do wheel woods, upgrade, go to manual brakes, manual steering. Not a big fan of hydro boost. I had a lot of issues with that on my old car. But that's all down the line. I only had it for a couple months so far. Suspension wise on this car, I have a tubular K-member QA1 as well as lower control arms, QA1 front adjustable coilovers, and Bilstein shocks in the rear. Down the line I want to do, probably pretty soon, I'll do Viking shocks in the rear. It's strictly a dig car, so I do want to set that up so I can get the suspension right and, hook all the time. I don't want any issues there. So that's my plans, at least with it. I can say my favorite memory with this so far is just breaking everybody's necks at car shows and car meets. Everybody comes up and is like, man, blah, blah, blah. I wish I had one of those. I'm like, hey, one day this might be for sale, so you might be able to get it. But, I plan on keeping it for a long, long time. Definitely pass it down to family. I want my brother to have it. So definitely be something for him, like a college graduation gift or something. But I'll say my favorite memory overall is when I had my '04 Cobra. It was around the time I met SVT Adams. We had a literal group of just Cobra guys, like literally just all Cobras. We went everywhere together, just racing everybody. We do our little talking on what we have called Columbus Underground on Facebook. We just call everybody out, literally. We have these old 20-year-old cars just trying to kick everybody's butt. So those were fun times, man. Those were great times and great memories for me. Well, I'll just never forget it. Never forget it. All right, so what really got me into these cars was Fast and Furious, just cars overall. What got me into the new Edge was Too Fast, Too Furious, where the Celine that went between the semi-trucks got completely obliterated, destroyed. That was a funny scene, crazy scene, but I ended up getting pulled into them. I ended up finding a V6 New Edge I got from some older guy who was in good shape. Ended up doing some mods to it, like window louvers and wheels. Never lowered it. I was still very green to the car scene and car community. Later down the line, I ended up finding a '01 Cobra. It was probably about 2 years down the line. It was at a dealership for sale. I ended up buying that. It was in mineral gray, really beautiful color. Ended up turning into a nitrous car, fully built car. It was fun for a while, and ended up getting a '04 Cobra. It was black, tuxedo black is what they call it, with the little chrome door handles and stuff. It was cool. Liked that car a lot. It was a 2.3 car, E85 down the line. I ended up getting into an accident that wasn't at fault, so I got paid out pretty well for it. But it did pull me out of the car scene for a while, sadly. SVT Adams, which one of my close friends, he kept, getting on me about getting a Cobra, and was like, hey, you need to get another one. And I'm like, eh. Down the line, I ended up finding this. Got this in New Jersey, like I said before. Fun car. It's the 10th anniversary. Always wanted one, and I finally got one. Very fortunate to be able to afford a car like this. All right, guys. Well, this is my story of my car and my past. Just make sure you subscribe to Cobra Owners. Follow them on Instagram. Subscribe on YouTube. Shoot me a follow. I'm sure my tag on my window will be in the video. If not, it is XRSCLX__. Say thank you for listening. Hope you have a blessed one.